Welcome to Anam Cara. In the Irish Gaelic language, Anam Cara means soul friend. But like many ancient words, it means reaching far beyond a simple translation. To the early Irish and Celtic people, the soul was not something hidden away inside us. It was something alive, something relational, something that longed to be seen and met. And Anam Cara was a person who knew your soul, not through explanation, but through presence. In early Celtic Christianity and pre-Christian Ireland, an Anam Cara was often a spiritual companion, someone we entrusted with our inner life. We spoke to them freely without fear of judgment. With your Anam Cara, masks fell away and truth could breathe. The Celts believed deeply in what are often called thin places. These were places and moments where the veil between the everyday world and the sacred felt thinner, where something more could be sensed, even if it couldn't be named. Ireland is full of these places: old wells, stone circles, ancient paths worn into the land, headlands where the Atlantic wind clears your thoughts, whether you ask it to or not. But thin places weren't only geographical. They also existed between people. When two people met in honestly listening without agenda, they believed the soul stepped closer to the surface. That was the meeting place of the Anam Cara. These misted hills, ancient wells, and windswept coasts allow for deeper connection with the divine, our ancestors, and ancient energies. It's really where time seems to stand still and spiritual experiences are heightened. Heritage in Ireland has always lived through story, not written first, but spoken, carried by voice, firelight, memory, and song. To speak a story was to keep it alive, and Anam Cara belongs to that lineage. This podcast is not here to rush or to fix. It is here to remember our connection to the natural world, to the healing intelligence of the land, the body, the seasons, and the quiet wisdom that lives beneath modern noise. In Irish tradition, nature was never separate from spirit. Trees were teachers, rivers were keepers of memory, and earth itself was alive with presence. But I'd like to rephrase that. Irish tradition has taught us that nature is not separate from spirit. The trees are the teachers. Rivers are keepers of memory. And earth itself is alive and present. Healing then was not about conquering the body. It was about listening to it, coming back into rhythm, restoring relationships. We need to find our way back to that lifestyle, and Anam Cara is here to share ways to do that. Throughout this podcast, we will explore natural ways of healing, ancient practices, modern understandings, and timeless truths, not as rigid systems, but as invitations. Gentle offerings you can take or leave, like a conversation with a trusted friend walking beside you. Because that is what Anam Cara truly represents. Not authority, not perfection, but companionship. You may listen while walking, resting, or simply being. You may find moments that stir something old, something familiar, something that feels like coming home. Or you may simply feel a little less alone and more a part of something that has always been. Both are enough. In the old Irish blessings, there is a deep tenderness, a wish not for grand achievement, but for presence, protection, and peace. So as we close this first gathering, I'd like to offer a blessing to you. May you be met by kindness in the world around you and within your own heart. May the earth steady you when life feels uncertain, and may you remember that you belong here. May you find an Anam Cara in another, in nature, and in yourself. May healing come gently, in its own time, like morning light across the hills. And may you never forget that your soul is known, your presence is a gift, and you are walking an ancient path. Until we meet again, step back into the world with heart and curiosity and be well.